What if aging wasn't inevitable? What if the wrinkles, the declining energy, the cognitive slowdown, and the chronic diseases we associate with getting older were not fixed features of human biology, but rather symptoms of a process that can be slowed, halted, or even reversed? This might sound like science fiction, but cutting-edge research from the world's leading longevity scientists is suggesting exactly that. Today, we're going to explore what science actually says about reversing your biological age, separating fact from hype, and giving you actionable information you can use right now. First, let's understand the difference between chronological age and biological age. Your chronological age is simply how many years you've been alive. There's nothing you can do about that number. Your biological age, however, is the age of your cells and organs, how old your body actually is on a functional level. These two numbers can be dramatically different. A 50-year-old who exercises regularly, eats well, manages stress, and sleeps adequately might have the biological age of a 35-year-old. Meanwhile, a 35-year-old who is sedentary, eats poorly, is chronically stressed, and sleeps 4 hours a night might have the biological age of a 50-year-old. Biological age is measured through several biomarkers, the most prominent being epigenetic clocks, which analyze DNA methylation patterns to determine how quickly your cells are aging. These clocks have been validated across thousands of studies and can predict health outcomes more accurately than chronological age alone. The first intervention with the strongest evidence for reversing biological age is caloric restriction and fasting. When you restrict calories without malnutrition, or when you practice intermittent fasting, your body activates ancient survival mechanisms that repair damaged cells, recycle cellular waste, and optimize metabolic function. This process is called autophagy, literally self-eating, and it's your body's built-in cleanup system. During autophagy, your cells identify damaged proteins and dysfunctional organelles and break them down for parts, recycling the components to build new, healthy cellular structures. It's like a renovation crew that tears out the old, damaged sections and rebuilds them fresh. Autophagy is suppressed when you're constantly eating, especially when you're eating processed foods high in sugar and refined carbohydrates. It's activated during fasting periods, typically after 12 to 16 hours without food. Studies in animals have shown that caloric restriction can extend lifespan by 20 to 40%. Human studies are ongoing, but early results are promising. What is clear is that regular fasting improves insulin sensitivity, reduces inflammation, lowers blood pressure, and reverses several biomarkers of aging. The second intervention is exercise, specifically a combination of resistance training and high-intensity interval training. Exercise is the closest thing we have to an anti-aging pill. It works on nearly every system in the body simultaneously. Regular exercise lengthens telomeres, the protective caps on the ends of your chromosomes that shorten with age. It increases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which promotes the growth of new neurons and protects existing ones from damage. It improves mitochondrial function, the energy production centers of your cells that decline with age. It reduces chronic inflammation, one of the primary drivers of aging. It improves insulin sensitivity, cardiovascular health, bone density, and muscle mass, all of which decline with aging. The key finding from recent research is that it's never too late to start. Studies have shown that people who begin exercising in their 60s and 70s still experience significant improvements in biological age markers. Muscle tissue responds to resistance training at any age. Cardiovascular fitness can improve at any age. Even brain function improves with exercise in elderly populations. The third intervention is sleep optimization. Sleep is when your body does the majority of its repair and regeneration work. During deep sleep, growth hormone is released, damaged cells are repaired, the brain clears toxic waste products through the glymphatic system, and memories are consolidated. Chronic sleep deprivation, getting less than 7 hours per night, accelerates biological aging dramatically. It increases inflammation, impairs immune function, accelerates cognitive decline, increases the risk of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and even cancer. Improving sleep quality and duration is one of the fastest ways to positively impact your biological age. Practical recommendations include maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, keeping your bedroom cool and completely dark, avoiding screens for at least 1 hour before bed, limiting caffeine afternoon, and aiming for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. The fourth intervention is stress reduction. Chronic psychological stress accelerates cellular aging through multiple mechanisms. It shortens telomeres, increases inflammation, disrupts hormonal balance, impairs immune function, and damages the cardiovascular system. A landmark study by Nobel Prize winner Elizabeth Blackburn found that women with the highest levels of chronic stress had telomeres that were the equivalent of 10 years shorter than their low-stress counterparts. 10 years of additional biological aging caused by stress alone. The most evidence-based stress reduction techniques include meditation, which has been shown to increase telomerase activity and slow telomere shortening. Regular physical activity, which reduces cortisol and increases endorphins. Social connection, which buffers the physiological effects of stress. Time in nature, which reduces cortisol, lowers blood pressure, and improves immune function. And adequate sleep, which allows the nervous system to recover from daily stress. The fifth intervention is emerging but extremely promising, targeting the hallmarks of aging directly. Scientists have identified 9 hallmarks of biological aging, and pharmaceutical and nutraceutical interventions are being developed to target each one. Senolytics are drugs that selectively destroy senescent cells, zombie cells that accumulate with age and secrete inflammatory compounds that damage surrounding tissue. Early human trials have shown promising results. NAD+ precursors like NMN and NR are being studied for their ability to restore mitochondrial function and activate sirtuins, proteins involved in DNA repair and metabolic regulation. Rapamycin, an immunosuppressant drug, has shown the ability to extend lifespan in animal studies by activating autophagy and suppressing cellular aging pathways. Metformin, a diabetes drug, is currently being tested in a large clinical trial called TAME for its potential to slow aging across multiple disease pathways. While these pharmaceutical interventions are still in early stages for anti-aging applications, the trajectory of the research is clear. We are moving toward a future where aging is treated as a treatable condition rather than an inevitable decline. Here's the bottom line. You don't need to wait for breakthrough drugs to start reversing your biological age today. The most powerful interventions are the ones you already know. Eat whole foods in moderate amounts. Exercise regularly with both resistance and cardio. Sleep 7 to 9 hours. Manage your stress and maintain deep social connections. These 5 lifestyle factors, practiced consistently, can subtract years from your biological age and add quality years to your life. The science is settled. The only question is whether you'll act on it. Subscribe for more evidence-based longevity content. Your biological age is in your hands. What will you do with that power?